Oh my goodness. Now what? This is not great. Isn't it? There we go. Alright. Okay. We've got it. We're for reals, guys. PaperBag on the blue side, ArcticFrenzy on the red. We're on Green Tooth Jungle. I didn't even get to look at the heroes. Chaos Lord versus Warlock. Always seeing a lot of the melee heroes. Not seeing nearly as many of the ranged heroes as I feel like we used to see. I used to see a lot of Plague Champ, Tech Marine, Warp Spider, Mech Boy, but it's all been just these big tanky mean guys. Chaos Lord heading right into the center of the map. We've got double Heretics into Chaos Space Marines. Normally I feel like we see the Chaos Space Marines first and then maybe followed up by the Heretics, but in this case we're going for the double Heretics. I don't know if that's just for like kind of map control early or like flinging around the Chaos Lord with that worship, or what we're expecting here. Banshees out here as well. Got to be careful with Banshees against the Chaos Lord, of course, because the Chaos Lord can so easily use Kill the Weak. Get a bunch of that health back. You really have to be on top of your micro to kind of dodge some of those hits and that sort of thing.
Structure complete.
Let's see, what are the opening caps looking like? Chaos Lord went aggressive, obviously taking the center victory point right out of the gate. Banshee's moving in on the Chaos Lord. Chaos Lord has to be tricky with Kill the Weak. Wants to maybe try to suppress or slow these Banshees down. See, the Banshee's trying to dodge out there, maybe trying to bait out the Kill the Weak or something along those lines. Good pincer there between the Dire Avengers and the Banshees, forcing off the Heretics. They couldn't stick around right there. And see, this is kind of what I feel like if those had been Chaos Heretics, or sorry, if those had been Chaos Space Marines instead of Heretics, maybe they would have been able to stick around there a bit longer with the Chaos Lord running interference with the Banshees. Banshees don't have to be afraid of that Kill the Weak as it's already gone down. It looks like Chaos Lord does have to fall back. Warlock now uncontested with the Banshees against the Chaos Space Marines. And Chaos Lord looks like maybe, oh my gosh, 1 HP. They could have kept chasing. They may have even taken him down with their little shuriken handheld pistols there. I think those are shuriken pistols anyways. I'm never entirely sure of the Eldar armaments. They use all kinds of crazy space weapons. What am I supposed to know? Okay. Chaos Space Marines moving into the center. 480 to 500 after that first little scuffle. Warlock is hacking away at some Heretics, which I guess we're trying to flank there, but finding them on the wrong side of that. Probably going to cost quite a few models, honestly, and it's looking a little rough here for ArcticFrenzy after these first couple quick engagements. Oh my gosh, heading back with just 2 of 8 models. Looking pretty rough for them. Banshees coming out, getting their Aspect of Strength upgrade. Full gen farm down for the Eldar player. Just still a second generator going up now for ArcticFrenzy. ArcticFrenzy does have a Havoc coming out as well. No upgrades on the Chaos Lord or Warlock as of yet. But it's all going to be about the positioning of the various setup teams. Grenade going down. They do manage to get out from directly under it, but still forced off, and that's going to be a bunch more time here where I think the Eldar are just going to have the massive field advantage. Worship getting activated to send that Chaos Lord in, but the Banshees really have already done their damage. They forced off the Chaos Space Marine. Now with that and the Havoc forced off, these Heretics also out of position. There's just no way that the Chaos are going to be able to stay on the board against the Eldar for the time being. That said, still 500 points for ArcticFrenzy, so he's at least been stalling. Hasn't really been losing any VPs here. Might be falling a bit behind in the tech war. Let's see. No, it's actually neck and neck with PaperBag, having a slight advantage. PaperBag, I guess, has spent a little more power with the upgrades on his Dire Avengers and Banshees in addition to the Shuriken Cannon. So again, this Havoc squad getting caught out of position.
Support structure complete.
Trying to do what it can to at least get set up and provide some covering fire for the Chaos Space Marines. And Raptors coming out, so Arctic Frenzy going for a reasonably large tier 1. It's definitely not a small one. So double Heretics, Chaos Space, I can't talk. Havocs, and of course the Raptors coming up first early. So that's not cheap. I would expect that we're not going to be seeing any of the Chaos Lord in this particular battle. In-game sound is a little too high. We can change that for you right now. Audio master volume, let's do that a little bit. Let me know if that sounds a little better. Thanks for the update, Big Mathis. Oh, beautiful grenade going down there while I was distracted messing with the sound, taking out a Chaos Space Marine, a couple heretics, and leaving one injured squad with only 2 models to go back and decap their natural victory point with a 2-0 cap here. The victory points have quickly turned around, 466 to 418 in favor of PaperBag, but the Raptors are getting out here now, going for the decap, just trying to, I guess, stave off the inevitable VP drain from these Eldar, and not really wanting to engage too heavily, I guess, because he doesn't have the rest of his army out here to support. He's got, oh my gosh, one Raptor already went down on the jump. These Banshees do such heavy damage to these power armor units, even especially early in the game, I guess. Banshees do finally retreat, but it looks like the oh my gosh, Chaos Lord getting a face full of shuriken fire. And PaperBag heading into tier 2. So you would think, just looking at the squad bar down here, that ArcticFrenzy shouldn't be having trouble holding the map, but PaperBag's been doing a great job so far of really running the field with the few squads that he had and keeping Frenzy on his toes. Those greedy heretics almost went down there trying to get that cap. Quick micro keeps them from going down. Don't lose that squad at this stage in the game. Oh my gosh, PaperBag's going straight for the Falcon. ArcticFrenzy just hit the tier 2 button a few seconds ago, so he's going to be a bit behind. He'll hit tier 2 probably about the same time that Falcon comes out, maybe a little bit after, but there is going to be a short time period, if not a bit longer, where that Falcon's just going to have uncontested control on the field. Of course, Chaos does have those nasty Plague Marines that are an easy and relatively power cheap anti-vehicle investment. Destructor going down. All these Chaos squads, I feel like, have been very low health throughout the match. I don't think we've seen like a nice condensed push by the Chaos forces since they've really come onto the field. Like, see, again, these Chaos Space Marines coming out at about half health, so if the Banshees catch them out of position, especially with this Falcon on the run, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Heretics out here with 2 models. Bloodletters do get purchased, but that was before he spotted the Falcon. Let's see if he's going to cancel those and go for a Blood Crusher. Interesting. I guess Plague Marines are probably not the desired choice considering there are Banshees and a Warlock out in the field. And it looks like the Chaos forces are in full retreat upon seeing those Banshees. Banshees trying to get the kill on this Heretic squad. I think they might just get it, but that last model was just a bit too late. 7 HP as the Falcon falls out of firing range. Banshees are forced to hit the retreat button. I'm surprised they didn't just fall back because they've got a long retreat all the way back to base. I think that might have been a bit premature there, because if he had those Banshees here to kind of finish off this gen farm, that'd be a guaranteed gen bash. Of course, there's not much out here that's going to stop that anyways, but the Blood Crusher just warped in, so that's going to probably head right over to try to slow down that Falcon's advance. Raptor's still sitting out here. Now the Bloodletter's getting purchased again behind the Blood Crusher, so he's definitely going to be investing in that worship. He likes having those 2 Chaos Heretic squads to keep these demons healthy. Grenade, big whiff on that, trying to at least maybe scare off the Blood Crusher a little bit, but he ran right over top of it, wasn't concerned with it. Guardian Weapons team set up way too far forward. Oh my gosh, if the Blood Crusher gets a charge and an attack in here, that could be it. Down it goes. Gets trampled right over on retreat. Blood Crusher already showing what a nuisance it can be, forcing off the Falcon, grabbing a quick kill. I think that, the Shuriken there, which kind of mismicroed, it was sent in a little too easily, still a bit too loud. We can do that, we can kick it back a little bit more. There we go. Let's see how that sounds. Banshees getting in there, but going a bit deep considering there's a Blood Crusher and Bloodletters behind them. They need to get inside that Falcon. Oh my goodness, the X-Arc goes down, Distortion Field gets activated. They keep reinforcing off the Falcon, but I don't know why they're going so deep. This is so expensive. Even if they don't lose the squad at this point, he's cost himself probably 150 requisition, if not more, especially with that X-Arc going down. I don't know, and it didn't even seem like he had much to gain from pushing that deep. This Blood Crusher wasn't going down. The Heretic squad was very low as well. Perhaps I missed something there while the audio was going down, but it looked like that was just a really obvious overextension. Is that another blood pressure? Is that second blood pressure intentional? PaperBag's getting frustrated with this this weakened heretic squad that's been hanging out there. A lone Chaos Raptor's been capping on the back end. 237 to 404, and Plague Marines coming out here as well. Nope, back to the blood. He can't make up his mind. He went blood pressure, Plague Marines, now he's back to the blood pressure. He's not quite sure what he wants to do. Nice looking grenade there, taking out lots of models. ArcticFrenzy looking a little low on requisition, but not overly so. He won't be purchasing any new squads at the moment, but he will be able to at least keep reinforced as need be. Fire Dragon squad on the field, I guess, trying to put a little bit more range damage on the field, and of course that kind of anti-all of firepower that the Fire Dragons bring. ArcticFrenzy's doing a great job of positioning with these heretics, by the way. Like, he's been keeping them out of fire and using them to just keep... Oh man, he lost a model though on the Bloodletters, unfortunately. I was getting ready to comment on how he's been keeping all his demon squads healthy, but you can't really do that once you lose a model. That is permanent. Looks like Bloodlust got activated. Everything's going to be doing some extra damage here if the melee hits start coming down. Banshees kind of caught themselves way out there, and Fire Dragons just hopping in and out of that Falcon, get themselves a nice kill on that Pester, some blood pressure. 182 to 404. It's looking dicey for PaperBag. He's got to get something together here. Or sorry, is that two squads that we have of blood? Is one of these a blood sacrifice squad? I'm not sure that it is. Let's see. I think he's just got two squads of Bloodletters. Oh, there we go. Raptors jumping out. Bloodletters on retreat. And again, this worship, this Khorne worship, has been up pretty much most of the game. He has not been reinforcing these heretics hardly at all. Just keeping a few models out there. Which, I mean, he's been doing a solid job of keeping that locked down. Warlock gonna fall right into the trap of these Havocs again. Ethereal Slash on the Witchblade of Kurnos. Oh, and we do have an Avatar getting called in here. Keeping his squads on the field nice and weak. May finally bite him in the butt, and oh man, there we go. Autark assassinates that injured Havoc squad. And it looks like the tides are turning a little bit here, potentially. The Havoc squad went down, the blood pressure went down. There's still plenty of Chaos forces out here, but the Falcon now is going to be a lot harder to muscle around without that blood pressure out here. Chaos Heretics taking a bit of fire, but I just don't think anything out here can scare the Falcon. And with these Banshees out here doing some serious damage, and the Fire Dragons playing the dodging game, hitting in and out. Oh, we do have Plague Marines, just as I was talking about how this Falcon's largely uncontested. The Plague Marines are moving in under the speed of that Khorne worship. One or two more shots to the rear armor could be all they need to finish that thing off. Let's see, it does go down on that last missile shot there. Bloodletters getting the decap in the center there. 133 to 387. Plague Marines just stalling out, trying to get some time for those Bloodletters to get in and cause some serious damage. Ethereal Strike goes down, does knock over everything in the area, but the Warlock will ultimately have to retreat because his health was just a bit too low. Autark trying to capture, but I don't think she's going to be able to stick around against two squads of Bloodletters. The damage output on those guys is pretty terrifying if you're just sitting there taking the hits.
We must not lose the day.
We do have a warp gate up here by the base. We haven't seen one go down on the rest of the field yet, and PaperBag does have the red to do it. Banshee's facing off against Bloodletters. Oh my gosh, it's so scary with all this melee on the field. Someone's gonna have a bad melee encounter, and that's gonna be it. Oh, the Banshee's finally trying to take out one of those squads of heretics, I think. Wait, did it not go down? Oh no, okay, it was just a sync kill. but almost took out all of the Banshees for their trouble. Oh, wait, did the Banshees just go down? One model left, the Bloodletters are going, oh my gosh. Banshees for Heretics, that was not worth it at all. PaperBag wanted it so bad. I mean, ArcticFrenzy may have the Chaos Lord, but I'm pretty sure PaperBag's the one with the Bloodlust in this game. He went so deep with those Banshees to try to take out those Heretics, and that was just not worth his time at all. PaperBag throws the GG, and it looks like the first match is going to ArcticFrenzy. I think that was a pretty good start. I enjoyed that quite a bit. Let's go ahead and put 1 on the scoreboard for ArcticFrenzy. This is a best-of-3 match, these quarterfinals. We're starting with the quarterfinals, of course, because it's only an 8-player tournament. So it's going to be best of 3s, and then the finals are going to be best of 5.